Good afternoon, y'all. Let's continue this Endwalker journey. Let's see. Okay, I determined the one thing this guy. Okay, I did that. I'm gonna find the mob podium. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we have the second Genesis, regular tombstone, standard objective, open duty finder. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and join that. Should be nice and busy. Stay on the grind. You will be looking and Buddy Gang will be supporting Rush Love. Alright, thank you, Buddy guys. Dreams, how are you? Thank you for the alert. I love the music in this area. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I have to keep going. Maybe I can get past this guy. Okay, the gate is open now. I know I was going to get access to this area eventually. What is the peculiarity of a railway station in England that has stood since the 19th century? Is it underground? All present, then let us proceed. Owing to the threat of the tower, the city is currently under high alert and strict restrictions are in place for entry. Though you have been granted special permission, I ask that you remain close to me at all times. And here we go.
A vast rock squats upon Favnir, and to its stony surface clings the city of Rads at Han. Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye. The orb which beholdeth the truth of all things.
Dartmouth Railway Station is unique for never having a train service stop there. Interesting. What do they use it for?
Pass beneath its hot and piercing gaze, bearing down like a second midday sun.
We have to go through this over again. I'm kind of committed to trying to finish this Endwalker chapter and also do all the little events. I can start collecting stuff in the game. Hello, Mr. Rai, how are you? really here. It's been raining all day. Hot in Ohio. Are you hot like mad? the top of my jacket is where I moved the cheek. See, this heart rate monitor app needs an update or something. me get through this scene, and then we're gonna go and do our next one.
A vast rock squats upon Favnir, and to its stony surface clings the city of Rods at Han. Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye. The orb which beholdeth the truth of all things.
Change jackets.
Pass beneath its hot and piercing gaze, bearing down like a second midday sun. The fragrant haze, a mixture of sweet incense and acrid smoke. The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies accented by dancers' feet. Travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors were once swallowed up by patchwork streets. But no such scenes to savor now. To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
Here we are, Megaduta. It seems a shame to bring you here directly. Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
And it would have been our
His
pleasure
voice
to
is
see
too
them.
big for his
Alas,
voice,
it seems our tour of the city will have to wait.
I'm afraid so. Come, we should head inside.
The character has a great voice. This is, you don't expect to hear what I assume is a child sound like that.
Your Excellency, may I present our honored visitors?
Ah, splendid. Most splendid. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ahawan, satrap of Radzatan.
I don't trust him already.
Our alchemists tell me your assistance was invaluable in the creation of the warding scale. Such deeds ought to be recognized in person. Thus did I have young Varshan convey you here forthwith. On behalf of my people, may I express to you our sincere gratitude.
Not everyone went to plan.
I assume you speak of Nidana. A regrettable incident indeed. Her colleagues insist that we honor her wishes
This has to be the
and
African
trust in the
region.
talisman. That it will be instrumental in saving Nidana and the others.
I want to see who his voice actor is. So that's an African man. He won voice actor. Oh, I was wrong. He's definitely not. Interesting.
I am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
I think not. This charade has gone on long enough. Show yourself.
Uh-oh.
Forgive me, but were you expecting musicians, perhaps? There are no performers waiting in the wings at present, but arrangements could be made if you'd prefer.
Nay, he hath the right of it. The time for artifice is past. Raise the
I knew that
curtain.
wasn't really him, because it's like, why aren't you going on your own to handle business?
As you wish.
He's like bedridden or something. Or he's some kind of creature.
You travel as assistants to the students of Valdez, but you are known to me. Even here have we heard of the scions of the Seventh Dawn. I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
Vritra, of the first brood, sibling to Hreysvelga and Nidhogg.
Does he never go out and fly?
I, mine elder brothers, of Midgard's spawn, I was last to hatch.
Well, isn't this a surprise? We were told Radzat Han had an alliance with the dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the satrap's own hall.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most effectively. In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone. In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair. Next to arrive were the Aura. Adopting the example of their Akasodra allies, they too treated Vitra with reverence and respect.
Hey Chris, what's up?
And for many years, an understanding between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured. Until marauding heroes from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility. When it seemed all would be drowned in blood, Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict. A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus began the dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Radzat Han.
But
You been
if
seeing
Vritra
all
is still
day?
here, then
No,
your
you-
position as satrap is just...
A charade, yes. And one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
It was the trash company.
Many envy the great worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end. I would not be the flame which consumeth my people. Those few who join me in laying our country's foundations were, perforce, sworn to secrecy.
Your eye. It was taken.
Hold on. My daughter's texting me. By whom? Wow, who took his eyeball? You walk around looking like this.
'Tis here, buried within the semblance of flesh.
Oh snap! More revelations are being made. No wonder his eyeballs.
The body before thee is but a simulacrum,
Whoa.
constructed by the finest artisans of
That
Razatan.
makes sense now.
With mine eye nestled within, it doth serve as an inconspicuous vessel for my will.
That's why they feel so comfortable sending him all over the place, even though he's a child. And they're like, yeah, he'll be okay. He won't be eaten.
That would explain why I felt the presence of a dragon upon our first meeting.
I am woven with words fashioned to deceive such arcane senses. Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered. Estinian warm blood.
Yeah, brothers.
From the very first, we sensed the nature of one another, yet did neither one of us bare his fangs. That is all I need know of thee for now.
With my secret thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler of Rads Anan. With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire. Thence, should it lay within our power, dispel its wicked influence. Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, the narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Just so. Yet though our radiant host is formidable, I see a surer path before me.
I uninstalled the arena breakout. Launcher because that doesn't seem like they're gonna give me my key.
Thou and thy comrades have contended with a multitude of primal beings. Most recently, thou didst cast down false gods in Padothan and Cartanau, I am told. 'Tis upon that strength I would call. The scions have proven themselves the most capable, and I ask that you serve as the tip of our spear. Talismans would, of course, be provided for each of thy companions. And should you agree to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
They said war. I'm like, what?
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk. Just think of what we might accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales. I worry, however, that even the four of us may be too few for what you have in mind. Might we regroup with our friends first to discuss the matter?
'Tis no trifling task that I have laid before you. Go, steel your hearts and hone your plans. Such time as you require shall be spent in crafting your protective charms.
It seems a quick trip back to
That's where we keep
Charlian
getting
is
all
in
the
order.
dragon scales from. That makes sense now. He left.
Wilt thou not lend thine aid?
He's so hormonal.
Whether your request be made as a great worm or the ruler of Rads at Han, I see no reason to refuse, nor will I.
No, I thought he was gonna go hysterical on us.
I am in thy debt.
Complete the quest, no slowing down to unlock. What quest? No slowing down? Where am I supposed to find that? Hold on. Deep dungeon. What lies beneath? No slowing down. Let me look up what no slowing down is. No slowing down. FFXIV. Oh, no slowing down. No slowing down. Rescuer Sid. Level 70, return to the rift, and unfinished masterpiece. Sid is ready to discuss your foray into the Sigmascape. Man, I better not have to like do a whole bunch of stuff to get that. Open duty finder. That meeting took a rather unexpected turn, but we now have a clear objective ahead of us. Let us rejoin our comrades in Charlian and muster a suitable crew for our foray into the Tower of Zot. Oh, and if you haven't already done so, be sure to attune to the ether right here before departing, unless of course you enjoy violent nausea. That's true. And also there's an... Bro. My apologies. I could not let you proceed at this time. What are you talking about? What? I'm so confused. He just said, "Oh, do that. Go touch the whatever," and then dude isn't even letting me buy again. Okay. This does not make sense, but alright. Ooh. Oh, that's a lot of money. Like, I'm just gonna walk right by him. Now, who is here? One second, somebody's in my driveway. I'm about to beat this guy up. He's gonna let me in this gate. Don't piss me off. Let's see what this bus is. A nice hearty, like cold cut sub sandwich from some chewy French bread or something. The bread just never hits right though. Like maybe 2 miles away from home. One day I will stop pressing the escape button because they actually made this skippable. Hi, Are you okay? I think it's so sweet. Like, usually the dogs are like lay somewhere away from the house. When I start streaming and I start talking, they come and lay right next to me. Yeah, they aren't gonna do that because of how it used to be when it was typical. Like the way overcompensating for something there, buddy. slacking. Sorry, what did you eat today? Can you tell them one moment, please? I don't know if anyone's down here. Good question. Which one you did? Grab this child. Excuse me, Captain, I have to get up. Oops, I forgot I had these on my head. I had a bowl of cereal. dude had the nerve to be walking to the door in slow motion. Everybody. I don't even need these glasses to play Final Fantasy. I just wanted to be nosy on who was in my driveway because I can't see them. Yeah, did you not wear socks with your shoes?
I did.
Yeah, you know, ladies here. Nothing makes me happier than when my orders are on their way to their buyers. I need this under my hair because it's wet. I can't reach the other side for some reason. Open the door for 1 minute and I was like, yeah. Theo, let me see your backpack. I have something in there I have to sign, I'm sure. Let me see your backpack. Theo. I'm gonna try to create a sim character that looks like my Final Fantasy character. See if I can actually do it. count as both, right? For dailies, and it could also count for the mod or whatever. The Cambodian that they're doing right now. Pretty? Perfect. I need you have something in your backpack that I need to find. We'll look at it together later when I do this. Okay? You sure? Because your counselor called me and said you did. We'll check it in a second. What are you up to today?
I get a hug.
Of course, come on this side.
I'm not gonna hug you with my iPad because my
Hey, what are you doing, dog?
to join.
He wants to join the hugging. Okay, you want to hug too, Captain? My gosh. Not the doggy wants a hug. Okay, hug. Watch out, he wants a hug. Here, hug. Hug, Captain. Hug. Let's go. Come on, up. Come on. There you go. Oh my God, no licking. I didn't invite all that. There you go. Okay, bye-bye. Get down. Okay, get down. Yes.
wants you.
I know. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, how you won't leave me alone? You have to run so he can chase you away. Go get him, Captain. Go get him. Go get him. He is a sweet dog. Go. Yeah, give him a snack. Go get a treat. Come on, go get a treat. No, go get a treat. There he goes. Goodness. He's humongous though. He's like 125 pounds. Wait, what? That's like one of those fights where you think you're done and then what? We're still going. The Lunar Excursion module of Apollo 10 was whimsically named after none other than Snoopy, the iconic dog from Charles Schultz.
Look for the lips control panel. It'll be somewhere nearby.
Don't give him too many trees.
Take the lid down, and you should find yourself in the chamber of the ultimate weapon.
Put the cover back on the treats though. Okay. They keep them fresh.
Whoa, what's she doing? What your character does there?
My character?
Oh, are you playing with other people?
Yes, those are other people.
Oh, so if you were them, would you press the button? So all the players press the
Keep your
button?
eyes peeled. Guys could be waiting for you down there.
The person who pressed the button is like an in-game
Don't
character.
even think
And
about
who
dying.
pressed it?
Did you lucky
I forgot
useful?
who pressed it.
You did.
Oh, did I? Okay.
This is getting
What is
worse.
this?
I
Yes, you
think
can have
you
it.
lost much.
The never-ending elevator.
Fight. Do you believe in Eorzea?
Believe in these catching in these hands.
Eorzea's
Oh, man, that
unity
was
is
great.
forged of
Screenshot opportunity.
falsehoods. Its city-states are built on deceit, and its faith is an instrument of deception. It is not but a cobweb of lies. To believe in Eorzea is to believe in nothing.
In Eorzea, the beast tribes often summon gods to fight in their stead, though your comrades only rarely respond in kind. Which is strange, is it not? Are the 12 otherwise engaged? I was given to understand they were your protectors. If you truly believe them your guardians, why do you not repeat the trick that served you so well in Cartano and call them down? They will answer, so long as you lavish them with crystals and gorge them on ether. Your gods are no different from those of the beasts. Icons, everyone. Except for this, and you will see how Eorzea's faith is bleeding the land dry. Nor is this unknown to your masters, which prompts the question, why do they cling to these false deities? What drives even men of learning, even the great Louis Swan, to grovel at their feet? The answer? Your masters lack the strength to do otherwise. For the world of man to mean anything, man must own the world. To this end, he hath fought ever to raise himself through conflict, to grow rich through conquest. And when the dust of battle settles, it is ever the strong who dictate the fate of the weak. Knowing this, but a single path is open to the infinite ruler, that of false worship, a path which leads to innovation and death. Only a man of power can rightly steer the course of civilization. And in this land of creeping mendacity, that one truth will prove its salvation. Come, champion of Eorzea, face me. Your defeat shall serve as proof of my readiness to rule. It is only right that I should take your realm, for none among you has the power to stop me.
Hey, Jamie. How are you? Excited now. like Dancer? I love Dancer. I love Dancer. This is my second class I've leveled up to 90. I first did a bard.
Eorzea is mine by right.
What do you mean? Hold on, let me see. I'm trying to. No worries. Woo. Come back. Welcome back. No worries. Cutscene just ended. Yeah, that cutscene was long. You haven't tried it yet? Oh, you should. What class are you currently using? Alright, back to this guy that won't let me buy. Soraya, why won't he let me buy? Because he even, Thancred said, hey, make sure you go and you tune yourself to the etherite. But, so I was like, oh, okay, cool. Oh. Ugh. Just gonna come back later like, oh, I told you to go do that. Why didn't you go do it? And I'm like, well, I tried. Yeah, I'm already attuned to those guys. I'm attuned to that one. I'm attuned to that one. I think there's, yeah, those are already, it's just this one right here. Actually, wait a second. What is that one? Oh, that is still one of the ones I can't get to. Yeah. Dig the umbrella. Thank you. Gunbreaker. But you took a break. And sometimes it's like that. Shoot. I've taken several breaks, which is why I'm just now doing Endwalker in 2024. Oh, that is not Thancred. Where's this man at? I'm going the wrong way. Music here is nice. I'm hoping to finish Endwalker before Dawn Show comes out and also do all these little events. Just as I was getting used to balmy Thavnir, we're back in Chile, Charlian. Take care not to catch your death, eh? We need you for the battles to come. Probably like maybe 7 missions in. Like I literally reached it like Friday or Saturday. Yeah, I'm at the beginning, very beginning. Now then, your investigation here remains, but when that's over, we can take stock of all the developments and discoveries. Equal trial. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, fat hamster. Where's my main minion? Time to go quickly this. Let's see. There should be. way to get over there without me having to walk all the way over there. I guess that's okay. You can do it in like 2-ish months. Yeah, I got 2-ish months. I think I can be done in like 2 weeks if I just keep grinding it. Is this your main game? What else do you like to play? You need to catch up yourself? My directions were easy to follow, I hope. In any case, you now stand before the doors of the Nominon, Charlene's greatest collection of books and tomes. This building is actually only an entrance, and one of many at that, for the archives of Nominon extend deep beneath the surface like the roots of a tree. What is this dog doing? Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me, Mr. Captain. What are you eating? I know you're hungry, but you have like 2 hours before you eat dinner. Stop eating random stuff. The vast halls of the Great Google Library pale in comparison to Nominon's endless maze of subterranean chambers. Any citizens of Charlene are free to enter and peruse its shelves. While most of the shelves, only Archons are afforded access to certain restricted vaults. I've dispatched Ishtola and Raha to investigate those. Meanwhile, Alize and Alphino will help me continue my search through the stacks open to the general public. Your status presents more of a problem. As a non-citizen, you are only permitted to browse the first floor here at the entrance, even though there should be a number of books which touch upon Charlene's history or foreign policy. Your task will be to find and study the relevant publications. I promise you, a working knowledge of these subjects will make it far easier to spot the sort of clues we're looking for. Let us be about it, shall we? I've told the others to meet us at the stone benches over there once they've found some promising tomes. Happy reading. And I had to just push through the wall. I was starting to feel sleepy, just as is my burden. I was like, no, we will not take an afternoon nap. Long, long ago, on an island in the northern sea, there lived... Hello? And who was in our driveway? Did someone come for you? There's somebody here in our driveway for the longest time. No, it was a tan car. What are you doing? Huh? Yeah, but I didn't know she went anywhere. Long, long ago, on an island in the northern sea, there lived a Ragadan man by the name of Nyenkreps. Nyenkreps was a student of astrology, and he divined that flood of terrifying proportions. And he divined that a flood of terrifying proportions would soon sweep over the lands of Eorzea. So it was that he built a giant ship, assembled a crew, and set sail for an imperial realm. You got to do everything after 6.1. Oh, wow, that's pretty much you finished the first 10 missions. The flood arrived as foretold, and to their horror, the strangely churning waters above the people towards the ocean. Drove the people towards the ocean. It was there, however, that Anne's crew hauled them aboard his ark, but the danger had not passed. A towering wave approached, threatening to smash the vessels to pieces. With only moments to spare, Anne wove a mighty spell of teleportation and shifted the entire ship to safety atop Abalathia's spine. Refugees from the surrounding region huddled there alongside them, but it was not long before disputes over the dwindling supply of food led to violence and bloodshed. Saddened by the sight, Anne gathered to him his crew and his grateful passengers and abandoned the ark to those red peaks. They journeyed to the coast where they built a new ship, intent about returning to the northern seas. Let me see, 1 month. Okay. They landed on the beach of an island and settled upon that very spot. That settlement prospered and grew, and in time it became the city of Charlotte we live in to this day. That's a cute little history lesson. Oh, whoa. Many years ago, on the banks of the Taliak in the Dravanian hinterlands, a Charlanian... I always stumble over these names. Charlayan colony once thrived. This settlement was originally established as a mere outpost to study the ethereal sea in the year 1311. Is it in my room? Do you need it? At the moment. Oh, my son's texting me on Discord. The settlement was originally established as a mere outpost to study the ethereal sea in the year 1311 of the 6th astral era. Scholars displaced to Eurasia found its facilities wanting, and their demand encouraged a gradual expansion in structures and services. As rumors spread of a growing community of academics, the area was further inundated with Eorzean students hoping to share in renowned wisdom of the Charlans. 50 years later, the Forum passed a motion to recognize what had become the flourishing town as an official Charlian colony. Eorzean residents took to calling the colony itself Charlan, which led to no small amount of confusion when discussions turned to the subject of the motherland. In response, some Charlan inhabitants, if pressed for a name, would simply refer to it as the Emporium. Following the Exodus, however, goblins and treasure hunters claimed for themselves a corner of the abandoned colony and gave it yet another name, Idleshire. The following chapter goes on to introduce the most prominent feature of Idleshire. This book does not appear to contain additional information on the Forum or cover the history of Charlayan motherland in greater detail. Okay. Interesting. That was pretty interesting, though. How they started calling it different things. Okay, so we have that right there, time-worn tome. We have 3 different options to pick from. Blue covered book, well-worn manual. Oh wait, I think I have to read all of them. Maybe, because it's only counting 1 so far. Might as well. I know, the music is so good, right? During the chaos of the 6th Umbral Calamity, Archon and founder of Charlayan bore witness to the madness and savagery of men brought to the brink of despair. Upon raising a settlement on an island in northern Empty, he instructed his people this: renounce the ways of war and pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason. The Charlayans took to heart the words of their savior, and thenceforth served as stewards of wisdom. You know what, guys? I'm hungry, and my brain would do something where I'm reading, but I'm also thinking about the stuff I could be cooking or something. And I don't know. I might have to actually go to the store. What?
I don't have the right controller again.
I don't know where the other one is. Upon a foundation of accumulated learning, they built a homeland unlike any other, a nation born from strength of minds rather than strength of arms. With knowledge of economics came shrewd trade. With knowledge of agriculture came bountiful crops. Engineering brought wells and sewers, ending squabbles over water. Wealth of expertise could be bartered for wealth and coin, and the more their wisdom spread throughout the world, the more mankind as a whole would thrive. And so it was that no matter the trials and tribulations of the age, the citizens of Charlayan would live by their founders' teachings. For the sake of a better tomorrow, for the sake of a brighter star, they would eschew the tools of war and with knowledge deliver the world. Interesting. Yeah, grub time. Plus it's getting close to trying to decide maybe what dinner should be. I don't know. I don't have any ideas. My daughter said she wants to cook something delicious, but she hasn't given me any kind of hint as to what that is. It usually entails her telling me something that me cooking it, you know. And she's about to cook it today. My beloved seekers of knowledge, have you ever put learning before your health and neglected to feed the rest of your body as you should? We're talking about that right now. You recommend tacos? Tacos actually would be pretty cool and easy. I too once engaged in such foolish practices, but one night, engrossed in philosophical study, I had an epiphany. For all the world's mystery that drives us to reckless abandon, we have so few years of life in which to achieve our goals. God, that's so true. Can never go wrong. That's true. I like soft shell tacos. So I usually get like little tortillas and use those. But that would be simple. Get some lettuce, some ground turkey. Maybe if I feel like, being extra, get some shrimp. Thus do I share with you this mantra. I am forever 20 summers old. The number itself is unimportant. You could be 19 or 23 or 40. Whatever age you are when you discover this manual, let that be the age you aspire to remain. Through mindful, healthy living, will you extend the time available to spend upon your chosen research? Another day, another moon, another summer to grasp the greater truths you pursue. In the pages that follow, we will explore the secrets of maintaining one's physical condition from a biological, ethereological, and arcane viewpoints. The book is on the wrong subject. Search for the works which contain details on the forum, but whatever, I liked it. Introduction to the Heavens. Have you ever gazed at the skies above and contemplated the mysteries contained therein? I speak not of shifting cloud patterns, but of the vastness beyond, of the sun and the twinkling tapestry of the night. Some think the dome above us is a finite space, yet amongst the leading thinkers of our age, one scholar's depiction of a boundless sea of stars has firmly taken root. Alas, this heavenly sea remains an unreachable, unknowable destination. There are few indeed who can explain in satisfactory detail why our own star is believed to revolve around the sun. It was the technologists of Alag who came closest to understanding the laws which govern that starry abyss. It was they who launched Dalamud and sought to expand beyond our earthbound existence. Having read their ancient ambitions, I wonder, has your interest in this field of study waxed or waned? Certainly hasn't waxed. You know what I saw yesterday? I saw Godzilla X Kong. I highly recommend it. What if I were to tell you that the eternal constellations were arranged differently in the distant past, that their positions continue to shift almost imperceptibly but measurably as we journey into the future? Would it shock you to learn that the stars drift further and further apart and may indeed do so forever? Are you eager to learn more? It is so good. The book is on the wrong subject again? Oh my goodness. It is really good. I may see a second time, but not for how much more do I take it? $15? I can't believe movie tickets are ridiculously priced now. In the years which followed the founding of Charlene, civil policy and other matters of import were decided by Ecclesia, a public forum at which every citizen was eligible to talk. Here we go. You don't know, you thought it was related to Planet of the Apes? No, it's Godzilla and Kong. And I thought, I can't spoil it, but I thought they were like going to be against each other. So I went in the movie with that viewpoint, waiting for them to, do something, but it ended up being totally different. As the city's population grew, however, this format became increasingly impractical. The larger number of participants gave rise to ever-longing debates, resulting in significant delays of vital resolution. Whenever it's like Rise of the Planet of the Apes, I'm always rooting for those apes. Because they were here before us. Various measures were introduced in an attempt to curtail protracted discussion, but in the year 201 of the 6th Ambrose era, it was ultimately decreed that Charlemagne would transition to a new form of governance. The nation would now be led by a body of 99 members, citizens chosen from amongst their peers by means of a nationwide vote. Thus, who the forum, as we know it, was conceived and created. Yeah.
I need more time. My stream.
After this, there'll be no more time. Cool. Don't ask for any more time. Okay, we got them all. I can't remember the last time I went to the movies before yesterday. But it was fun. We were the only ones in the theater. We had the whole theater to ourselves. If I were alone, I'd probably be a little intimidated by that, but I had my 2 kids with me. I used to go to movies alone all the time, especially when they were younger and I just needed a break. I would go to the movies, and even like in college, I would go to the movies, just pay for one ticket and then just camp at the movies all day long watching different movies. You haven't been in forever? Sorry, were you waiting long? I swear our movie theater over here is so on guard you could probably just walk on in, but I wouldn't do that. Now in my grown age, I know better. I wanted to make sure I'd borrowed at least a few promising volumes. Alpha Note and Cryle should be along shortly. Definitely went movie hopping. Hey Bearded, what's up? Movie hopping is fun though. I take my big old purse and I put all my food in it. And just chill and eat. I was delayed in a similar fashion. As far as I could see, no title in the Archon stacks mention the final days specifically, so we have no choice but to start with the tangentially relevant tomes, if they are even that. At present, the plan is to skim through as quickly as we dare and share our discoveries as we make them. It would have been nice to invite everyone to the estate. Plenty of comfortable places to read and a ready supply of hot tea. Yeah, she misses home. I think like if her mom knows that they're there, she's gonna come and get them. Oh, I was always fond of reading outside, but it's not about the little pleasures, is it? You miss home, exactly. Man, what the heck? You will respect me, Bobby Pin. It's been difficult. After our arrival, I can't get this Bobby Pin to stay on my head. We managed to speak with one of the family servants and ask how things were. It seems our dear father has instructed the staff that even if Aphino and I were to return to Charlene, we were not allowed to access the trust. I don't understand their father's problem. Like, first of all, they're like 15 years old at the most. You haven't known where they've been for like 2 years, right? Don't know if they're alive or dead, and then you show up talking about they're not your kids anymore. Like, get out of here. A harsh measure indeed. I hope that our efforts to understand his position and that of the forum will perhaps lead to a reconciliation. We'll mend this rope one day, I'm certain of it. And what of you, Graha? Have you been to visit your family? Or do they not live here in the city? Well, my situation is also somewhat complicated. I was raised in Charlene, yes, but I was born rather further away. Oh. In the southern reaches of Ilfbard. In fact, for generations my people have dwelt in Corvos, a coastal region opposite of the island of Tavner. The Allegans founded a city in that fertile land, and by ship brought in the subjugated tribes of the Mokite to serve as laborers. Mikote, I love that word. Now I don't know why I'm mixing up the vowels. The Mikote. Of course, the massive earthquakes of the Fourth Umbral Calamity brought to an end the Empire's reign. And when the Fifth Calamity froze the seas solid, many of the tribes still living in Corvos braved the journey back to Eorzea. My ancestors, however, chose to remain, that they might prevent the remnants of Allegan technology from being misused. Isn't Corvos under Garlean rule? For the past 50 years, yes, some semblance of local culture remain, as is the case for most imperial provinces. But Garlemald renamed the region Locus Aminus. When I was a boy, a nearby town came under the jurisdiction of an illustrious imperial family, the nobles of House Darnus. When you first saw it, you always thought it was Myquatic. I can see that. I know the music is so peaceful. House Darnus demonstrated a single interest in Allegan civilization, and so my tribe was forced to consider a plan of action. For some time already, voices had been raised in favor of abandoning our ancient customs. After all, the Allegan Eye had no longer passed to our eldest children as reliably as it once had. Fear of discovery eventually tipped the scales, and the decision was made to bury our ties to the knowledge and traditions of Allag. As the last child born with Allegan Eye, I was given over to the custody of the friends of the student of Baldesi, who had me registered as a Charlayan citizen. Oh, so he's like under protection. I never even considered. Forgive me, it was an unkind question. That's why he has royal blood, miss. Even Thancred was taken by the Archon Louisois. Was he not? Stories of adopted wives and rescued orphans are more common among Charlayan than you think. Yet, regardless of our origins, we are all provided with an equal opportunity to learn, and with sufficient perspicacity, we outsiders can even earn the vaunted title Archon. You sit there jamming. That's exactly why I have such love for this country, and why I wish to remain a nation of which its citizens can be proud. Hear, hear. Another good reason to get to the bottom of the forum's stubbornness, aside from the trifling matter of our impending doom. She's my favorite character. I don't know. Who's your favorite character in the story? Okay, she's thinking. This is my daughter's idea for dinner. I'm thinking of a nice penne pasta dish with creamy parmesan and mushroom, spinach and tomato, with sliced steak for protein. Hear, hear. I can't wait to eat that once you cook it. I can't wait to eat some once you cook it. You said that's tough. You like Estinian? I like him too. I like him too. I like his like no BS demeanor, you know, and how he can like read through anybody's nonsense. Excuse us while we try to make some headway into these books. More company should be arriving any moment now. Oh, she's gonna make me go to the store. I just know it. That little puppy is adorable. Yes, however, I need the ingredients for it. I know. See? Estinian will run your bank account dry. He sure will. He needs a lesson in accounting. We've returned with our selections. Although I must say, the pickings were quite slim indeed. Mistress Kryl has already flicked through every history book devoted to disasters, and more than a few which barely mention them. I know you do. Hold on. She's right upstairs. She'll text me to death before she walks down the stairs. Give me 20 minutes and we can go to Kroger. I don't know. As such, we will be looking into research papers on the Umbral calamities, as well as articles written by prominent forum members. Perhaps their knowledge on the final days comes from an unexpected source. Yeah, like an old newspaper. You may have to go with Alphino because he's been A1 since day one. Yeah, Alphino too. I love Alphino. He just sometimes gets a little like, he's so not self-aware. You know what I mean? And it's because of his upbringing. He's a little rich boy who doesn't really ever like look past his own nose until it's like thrown at him. Whereas I feel like his sister does take that into account more. You know. You get what I'm saying though? As such, we'll be looking into research papers on the Umbral calamities, as well as articles written by prominent forum members. Perhaps their knowledge of the final days comes from an unexpected source. Okay, we read that. Speaking of which, might I ask you a few questions related to the final days? I'm the only one here who didn't witness the events of Amaroth firsthand, and I fear I may be overlooking critical details. Sister definitely more grounded, for better or worse, yeah. My thanks. Now, where to begin? First things first, what kind of phenomena did the ancients encounter as the final days grew nigh? Oh gosh, I didn't realize it was going to be a pop quiz. This is the kind of answer you give when you don't know what you're talking about. It was the worst kind of phenomena ever. Don't ask me what, but I know it was horrible. Yeah. Yes, the unfolding catastrophe brought havoc over all manner of life. The chaos extended. At least, look, I picked the right answer. I've always been a really good test taker. The chaos extended to the ancients themselves, causing their powers of creation to spiral out of control. Fear and despair manifested in terrible, tangible fashion. Meteors raining from the sky, fire erupting from the ground, indescribable abominations prowling the streets. That more or less aligns with my understanding. If only the arts of creation had survived until present day, we might have had something substantial to analyze. To the best of our knowledge, however, those technologies were not preserved or passed on. Ishtala surmises that the closest known magics is that of the summoning rituals promulgated by the Assyrians. Was there aught else to note which herald the approach of the final days? Oh gosh. Have you ever watched the FFXW Scholar guy on YouTube? No. What is he like an expert on lore or something? Okay. The entire star was engulfed by disasters all at once. They say it began with a keening sound from the land itself. Alpha Node, you can answer this one. Oh boy. It's between A and B. Can I phone a friend? Ah, yes. The Amoritine spoke of it. Yes, there's quite a few lore masters in the Final Fantasy community. Didn't they? We never hear old sounds of we never did hear the sound ourselves, of course. Trust as we were in the midst of the madness. But it seems that every one of the catastrophes was preceded by this ominous noise. Eventually, it resounded all across the star, and not even Amaroth was spared. Ethes was a really good one before he decided to take a break, but he still deep dives into the lore. So the ground was crying out, you say? To be considered the harbinger of doom, it must be quite distinctive and possibly quite loud. He's also the oldest one. Oh, J-Main, I'm also streaming on Twitch. So if you hear me like conversating, it's because I'm reading my Twitch chat as well. He's also one of the oldest ones who has played the game from 1.0, so his stuff covers everything. Oh, that's cool. I'll have to speak with one of the Namnums, Mammoths, and ask after any books which make mention of such a sound. Last but not least, would you describe how the ancients sought to quell this unprecedented calamity? What definitive action did they take? Okay. Oh. I remember reading about Dalamud. Surely you can't be serious. Oh, oops. I failed. I got a 66%. Yeah, knowing that the lore made some of the earlier dungeons way more impactful. Oh yeah, right? Nice. Surely you can't be serious. That was a 700 Umbral calamity. Hardly an event of the distant past. And even when Dalamud existed at the time, raining down the moon of any kind would surely only make things worse. The ancients summoned Zordiak in response to the final days. Many sacrificed themselves to bring him into being, with Elidibus serving as his heart. After this cutscene, I'm gonna run to the store. I'm probably will end stream just because right around now we have traffic, and even just going from right here to the store might take me like 20 minutes to get home. Kind of, but you really pay attention to the story. Even normal MSQ story makes the dungeons impactful. We do not know exactly how Zordiak brought salvation to the star, only that his godlike will were the laws of nature set aright. Then, once the balance was redressed, the ancients offered a further sacrifice to heal the ravages of the final days. Yeah, Atlanta traffic, and I'm in the suburbs and there's still traffic because everybody that's in Atlanta lives here, so they are all coming home right now. You know, you don't necessarily have to deep dive into lore to appreciate the dungeon. Lives sprouted anew, and it was these fledgling souls. See, I wish Final Fantasy had like books that were like novels. You know how Game of Thrones, you know, like if they ever make a Game of Thrones game, I'd probably like be really good at the lore because I've read all the books. That'd be kind of cool to have like, you know, 300 years before this is what happened, and you just read all the way down to the current events. Or might have, had Venat and her followers not manifested their opposition in the form of Hydaelyn. Thank you, both of you, for the detailed review. I feel much more confident now in my understanding of events. I should have picked the last answer. Oh Lord, you know what I think? You got something against me, Sarai. Oh boy, I don't think so. With all that freshly in mind, it does make me wonder what the Telophori truly mean when they speak of bringing back the final days. We've seen that they're doing these towers, what they're doing with these towers of theirs, forcing people to summon Primal as a kind of a catalyst. Are they attempting to mirror the conditions caused by unstable creation magics? You like any of the new jobs? Oh yeah, Pictomancer. I'm definitely going to do that one. Yes, definitely. Ever since you mistakenly called Torgal a dog. How dare you? He's not a dog, sir. He is a wolf. Or are they simply using the final days as a figure of speech? A convenient metaphor for the scale of destruction they plan to unleash. Yeah, I can't read for too long. My throat starts to hurt. But this is all just pointless conjecture at this stage. Let us return our attention to the forum, shall we? You know, I'm starting to have something against you now, too. This looks very interesting. We should keep an eye out for Ishtola. But this time we start studying those. Okay, now we gotta wait for the kitty to show up. Kitty cat. I'm a cat. I don't know. Let me see. Are you dressed? Because I'll tell her I'll go to the store and she'll be like, okay. And then I'll have to wait for her to get all dressed. You can't wait to see how it works. Yes, I really love the way it looks. There's a class that's similar to it. It's called the Artist on Lost Ark. It's really pretty to use. So I can't wait to see all the little effects. You can take it up. Take that up with Michael. You're not brother's keeper. I mean, you can call him daddy. Unless you get on my radar to pay attention to you, then just I have nothing against 99% of humans. Yes. Same. Like, I honestly, people don't really bother me that much. Now, if you get on my hit list, yeah, you're gonna be like, you know, hated for life. Let me keep going while I wait for her to see if she's dressed or not. The child's probably still in PJs. These college age kids, I tell you. Yes, he is on the hit list because we were supposed to get married in the game, and then he decided he was going to let his sub lapse. Who does that? He needs to sell you his ring so that I just marry it. Am I the last? Well, my extended research of Archon stacks produced 1 or 2 useful books. But I wouldn't get your hopes up. He is on the hit list, for real. If you recall, Urianger learned of the source reflection in the Giron oracles. For its potential to cause panic and confusion, that tome was deemed apocrypha and sealed away. I swear they just be opening up like dictionaries. They're like, what's another word for forbidden? We can't just write forbidden. No. Find a synonym. Something that they're going to have to bite their tongue to say. That's right. Apocrypha. Apocrypha. He said aqua what? Apocrypha. No, I'm sorry, wait, apocrypha. Apocrypha. I don't know why this is making me laugh so much. I'm sorry. He was racing me to marry Queen in the game, and then he chickened out. Right. You're sticking to forbidden? It's like something against the canon or something like that. I can't remember the exact definition of this word. Oh, that person? Yeah, you just found it funny how it all went down. Right, he really was. He really was racing. Bearded. So Jay Main, I had 2 people fighting for my hand in the game. So we could get that sweet, sweet mount to get married, right? And then I finally decided on Michael because he's been a member of the community for longer than Bearded, and he's also been a supporter longer than Bearded. Although Bearded, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. And Bearded was gonna give me 10 million gil and everything, and I was kind of enticed about the gold. Not gonna lie. But then Michael was like, no. I will fight for your honor. So we did, and then we bought the package and everything else, and then he let his sub lapse. So now I have a ring I can't use. I've been left at the altar. To him, it was the journey, not the destination. Well, Bearded is, still available. There was one year my daughter, she was like, I don't know where she picked up winking from. It was so adorable. But she would start winking. But she would like decide at the last minute which eye she wanted to wink. So she'd be like, and I'm like, pick one, just pick one. You said sloppy seconds. Like you can see, like she's like having like an allergic reaction with her eyeballs. That's how unimportant most people are to me, because unless you tell me exactly what they did, there might be on their radar. Like honestly, for real, I'm not even that bothered by people. Like for real, life is too short to be doing all that. All right, let me see if she shows up. All right, let's go. Okay, let's go. I'm always dressed and ready to go. I wake up, take my shower, and I'm ready to take on the day as it comes, you know. But no, you should see if you can like get the ring from him and we could just do the wedding. Okay, I'm gonna read to myself really fast because I read much better and faster to myself so I can get through this cutscene. Jamie, what other games do you play? My youngest is trying to get me back into Genshin. I downloaded it. I was about to go actually, because there's a guard over there that needs to be beaten up. But okay. Mostly RPGs. Bella, let's go. Rebirth in Tekken 8. Yeah, a lot of people have been taking up Tekken lately, I've seen. I wouldn't mind playing Tekken, but I'm not good with like combinations. Like Tekken looks like it takes a lot of combos. It looks so fun though. I just played long ago with like one of the old school controllers, you know, where you could just like be sitting there like this, like just mashing all the buttons at one time, doing like insane combos. It can be difficult online, but fun. Yeah, I've seen people playing with one of those. I think it's called a game board. That looks pretty interesting. I looked into it. They're kind of pricey. Ooh, coffee. There's a bug. It's biting season, so all these little bugs are hatching now. And they all bite. Okay. Let me run and go get dinner, and I will definitely update you on how this dinner turns out. It sounds fancy. But J-Main Gaming, thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with me. I appreciate you. I do stream every day on Kick, Twitch, and YouTube at the same time. And I have a Discord that you're more than welcome to join if you'd like. But thank you guys. Soraya, Bearded, Chris, everybody that came through. I'll love you guys later. Yeah, it is grab time. You be checking out, enjoying Discord? Definitely. Oh, but Soraya gets a bye before me? Wow. Okay, Spirited, I see how it is. Bye, guys.